I was never thinking, what does America want? How can I appeal to America? It was, it's a very self-centered thing. It says, this is the shit I like. I'm going to do it. If they stop it, well, that's too bad.
I always say, like, when people ask for advice, like, how do I get into comedy or how do I do it? And it's like, it's less about how do you get in. It's more about finding a group of like-minded people that will support it, right? Because failing on stage with people who are all dressed in robot costumes is a lot easier than failing on stage as one person in a robot costume, you know? And it's like, oh, you like it? Great. And if you like it, then I feel good, right? And I feel like that's.
And by the way, this is how cults thrive.
Now I do have 7 wives now, and they're very funny, and we all have a great. But yeah, like I think and I
but
always.
It is. You're exactly right. This is. There's something about if you're on stage alone in a robot costume, you are an asshole or insane. If you're up there with
wow, bold take.
If you're up there with 3 of your friends,
right,
and you're all dressed as robots, you're in the best situation you can have in this world.
By the way, you're reminding me of one of my epic failures, which was we were asked to do the show Stella, and in New York City, Stella was this like offshoot of what The State was. It was Michael Ian Black, David Wayne, and Michael Showalter, and it was like the most popular comedy show in New York. You'd see the biggest stand-ups get there.
It was like a modern Marx Brothers. I loved it.
Yes, it was this amazing show, and we got asked, our improv / sketch group, Respecto Montalban, got asked to perform at this.
You really did not want an audience.
High barrier of entry.
Respecto Montalban.
You have to first acknowledge, you get why it's funny that that's our name before you can enter the theater.
So we got asked to do a bit at the show, and we were like, this is a big deal. And so, of course, instead of doing a bit that we were sure of, we're like, we got to come up with a new bit that no one's ever seen. Essentially testing out a bit for the first time ever in front of the biggest people ever. And we decided we were going to be the Blue Man Group. So we painted our faces blue. Mm-hmm. We're in these costumes. And the whole idea was that we're doing our Blue Man Group bit and one audience member isn't laughing at us. And then we're like upset with that audience member. And that audience member is a plant. And we take her and we bring her backstage and you hear some yelling. And as we're backstage, it cuts to a video clip and it's us like killing her, or like she accidentally falls on a pipe. She gets it through, she dies. And then we don't know what to do. And we have blood all over our blue faces and we come on out. The video machine did not work.
Oh no.
Ooh.
So we go backstage and we're like, I don't hear anything. Do you hear anything? Like, we don't hear anything. And we're rubbing blood all over our face and we're getting all ready. And then we hear, the projector doesn't work. And now we're blue and bloody and we have no way to connect like from where the audience had seen us on stage to what the video was supposed to cover. And we can't talk because we're Blue Man Group. And we...
I forgot. You can't do a meta thing where you explain what was... No.
We were like, we are Blue Man Group. Right. We're doing this bit. But all of us were like, we can't break character. So we walk out covered in blood and blue. We just walked off stage and we just said, thank you. And then to complete and utter silence, audience did not know what happened. And we were crushed. But I remember like, once we left that place, which we did immediately, you have to leave. If you bomb in a place,
you can never go back. And in fact, you have to have the place burned down.
Yeah, we were like, we need to commit arson here to
the actual Blue Man Group was shut down after that.
We got to find these guys.
They had to shut her for 3 years.
But I will never forget the feeling of sitting in a bar with mostly blue and blood. We haven't been able to clear it off our faces, sitting and drinking beers with these other people who are also like that, just being like, well, at least it all went down together.
It's so funny that you bring that up, that world of bombing with an idea that you were in love with. And I have to say, there's the sting of bombing, but later, especially if you did it with other people, it can be one of the funniest things in the world. It's such a funny memory. And, me being on stage, on camera, doing a national show with an insane idea, and it didn't land. And I know that people were welding last night to help make this work. There was actual,
unions were involved.
Engineers, unions, people had drawn plans, and you're there, and then, well, I guess, whatever, Hercules' toilet was pretty mad. And people are like, greet, 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 greet. And I have to say, there was always part of me that was secretly delighted. There's a show that goes on inside your own soul.
Right.
That's maybe the funniest show of all.
But then you have to continue to stay on stage because most people bomb and it's like, okay, next. And you have to be like, all right, we're back. And so, I mean, I imagine your tolerance for you have to digest it and then let it go immediately.
No, there's no tolerance. I have very low tolerance to this day. It's just, I might be a masochist, meaning it hurts a lot.
Well,
and I still don't brush things like that off easily. If something doesn't go well, or even if a small thing doesn't go well, I try to pass it off as, well, the audience got the show they got, or that's what happened.
Right.
But then I walk around for a week as if I've been shot by a 22.
No,
not a big bullet.
You get a little shrapnel. I had a bit that, I look back on it now, but it was the worst bit. Seth Meyers is hosting the ESPYs.
Yep.
All right. So I have to put in a little bit of context. During that year of the ESPYs, there was a riot that broke out after the NHL championship, and it was in Canada. And there was this very famous image of a guy cradling a woman, and it looked like he was kissing her.
Oh, I remember that.
Remember that?
Yeah,
so it looked almost like that World War II photo of the officer in the street.
The VJ did.
Yeah. So they're kissing in the middle of a riot. And Seth was like, okay, we'll do that bit. This is going to be, we have so many famous people in the crowd. There's Gronk, there's this guy, and we have the kissing couple from the riot. And so it was supposed to cut to me and Lennon Parham. Lennon's great comedian. And as it cuts to us, we're just kissing.
Right.
So now, as I explained that bit to you years later, that's how familiar the audience was with this bit. Yeah. So we start kissing.
Oh, no.
Crickets.
Oh.
Crickets.
So they didn't know the reference.
Didn't know the reference at all. They didn't show an image. They didn't do anything. They just said it. Now I'm sitting next to Brooklyn Decker, Jonah Hill, and I feel like Dwight Howard. Like we're in this grouping of people, and cuts us dead silent. We're just making out, dead silence. Now the bit is contracted to happen 3 more times throughout the show. And so I go, well, they're clearly going to cut the bit coming back. No, they didn't cut the bit. And every single time it died, it almost then the audience got mad. The second time it was like, they're doing this again? We didn't like this.
Yeah. No, we voted on this.
Yeah. This was
No, he is not to return to office.
Yeah. And so then the third time we're doing it again, now the audience is angry at us. And I will never forget this moment. We had worked our way from the seats all the way to the stage. It was the final act of the show. Seth killing it, everything working except for this bit. And I was going out there with Lennon. I'm like, okay, we got to do this one more time. And this is great. I'm watching Twitter just be like, this bit sucks. These guys suck. It's like, oh no. And we kiss, it gets nothing. And I walk off, and there's Jay Leno just standing off to the side of the stage, denim on top, denim on bottom. And goes, didn't work. And I was like, to have him, that was the end. I was like, yeah, it didn't work. It didn't work. I know it didn't work, but be told Jay Leno was like, yeah. It was a mortifying experience. Never walked with my head so low.
Oh my God. And a sports audience too. I feel like they're even worse, right?
The hardest audience.
Aren't they hard?
Oh, but
not as hard as Leno.
Yeah. Look, at least he showed himself to be very supportive. That's the important thing. He does that too. He hangs outside operating rooms. And when the patient flatlines, he goes, didn't work. And the woman's crying. That's my husband of 35 years. Heart stop.
See me on Sunday. I'm doing a live show on Sunday.
I'll be at the car show.
He wasn't even performing at the ESPYs. He was just there.
Yeah. We couldn't save your son. It didn't work. So anyway, let's not get distracted or off on a tangent.
Sorry.
Humans are good.